Tuloy-tuloy ang maaksyong hapon ng volleyball mula dito sa Phil Oil Flying V Center sa San Juan. This is the second game of your Wednesday triple header as Team Motolite clashes against the defending champions of the Open Conference, the Creamline Cool Smashers. Handang-handa na sina Tots Carlos at syempre sa kabilang panig naman nandiyan si Narices Hato at it's going to be the face-off of two MVPs of Philippine Volleyball dito lamang sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Your matchups for today po will be between the Motolite team going up against the Creamline Cool Smashers. At mamaya pagkatapos ng match na ito, it will be the Bangko Perla Spikers going up against the Pacific Town Army Lady Troopers. Live na live po tayo ngayon via Liga HD, via sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL. And we are also via premiervolleyballleague.com, via iWant, and abroad via tfc.tv. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Sinjin Reyes, na makakasama niyo po ngayong hapon sa panonood ng matchup na ito. At syempre po, kasama natin as our panel at large, Nina Alvia, and we also have my partner for today, Noreen Go. At handang-handa na kami ditong lahat, kaya simulan na natin to. Tayo game na sa PVL 2019.
Mga kapamilya, welcome to the PVL Open Conference again. And it's the first midweek match day of the season. And in a while, we will witness the Creamline Cool Smashers go up against the athletes of Motolite. So last weekend, the Creamline Cool Smashers started on the right foot by ending their streak of losing first games by defeating the Air Force Lady Jet Spikers in 3 straight sets. Sinabi nila that they were able to do this dahil well-adjusted na sila sa sistema na ginagamit nila ngayon. At sila, first time nila na complete. At abangan natin mamaya kung paano magsisimula ang season ng Motolite, especially now that we see Milo Pablo warming up because unfortunately she wasn't able to do the last games of the Reinforced Conference, right?
Tama yun, Nina, and it's going to be exciting how things will be different for the Motolite team, especially you have Iris Tolenada in their fold now. But before we get into that, discussing the teams, Noreen, how is our team or how will be this competition format for the PVL Open Conference?
Well, it's a long tournament, Singe, really. So much volleyball. We have 9 teams, double round robin. Top 4 will advance semis and then the finals. Best of 3 yung semis and finals. So a lot of volleyball action ahead. So no excuse for them to miss any games.
So at least 16 games for each team. So it's going to be an exciting eliminations round. Siyempre papunta sa ating semis round in the next few months here at the PVL Open Conference. Pero Nins, may mga bago tayong kapamilya na lagi natin kasama dito. Mayroon din yung mga sasama pa lang sa atin. So anyayahan mo naman sila kung saan nila tayo pwedeng samahan.
Yes, of course, that's right. You can join us on Twitter at ABS-CBN Sports and don't forget to use the hashtag PVL2019. But also check out our exclusive photos on Instagram at ABS-CBN Sports and also don't forget, if you want to check out schedules, interviews, and news features, go to Philippines' #1 sports website, sports.abs-cbn.com. At mga kapamilya, maraming salamat dahil 980,073 likes na tayo on Facebook. So don't forget to like, follow, and share our Facebook page at Premier Volleyball League.
Maraming salamat, Nina, and I'm so glad to be finally working with you. It's going to be an exciting game day and we know you have a lot of stories to bring for us later in the coverage. But sa aming pagbabalik, kami naman ni Noreen ang maghihimay ng PVL Open Conference dito lamang sa Liga. At napapanood natin ngayon ang protocol sa pagitan ng Motolite team at ng Creamline Cool Smashers. isang hudyat lamang yan na malapit na magsimula ang PVL Open Conference game natin ngayong hapon between these two squads. Magandang hapon po ulit sa inyong lahat. Si Engineer Reyes, kasama pa din po si Noreen Go. And Noreen, let's talk about the Creamline Cool Smashers. In their last match, they almost lost the first set against Air Force, but then Creamline just showed dominance in that 3-set win.
Yeah, I mean, Creamline obviously focusing on this conference and focusing on the crown. Just slow start, as we know that they can be, no? But the important thing is they bounced back and won in three straight sets. So really, a very strong performance and a good start for the team.
So they're trying to continue defending their crown in this open conference, but in that match, pure dominance, and we saw how much they nangapaan nung first set, pero pagdating ng second and third set, talagang pure dominance from the Cool Smashers.
No, and one thing we have to mention, no, something they should be happy about, they won the non-scoring skill. So yung mga reception dicks, which is normally their weakness or Waterloo. But so far, obviously, they learned from the previous conferences and they want to show that they can do it in defense as well.
And speaking of the Creamline Cool Smashers, kasama natin ngayon si Eliza Valdez ng Cool Smashers. Welcome, Lai.
Hi,
Lai.
Hello.
Lai, napag-usapan namin ni Coach Ed kanina na isa sa mga tinugunan nyo or pinagtuunan ng pansin noong practice nyo ang inyong depensa. Yun nga ba ang magiging key para masungkit nyo ang panalo dito?
Well, sa mga kalaban namin this conference talaga, I think makikita natin na malalakas yung opensa ng mga kalaban namin, lalo-lalo na mga kalaban namin today. It's Motolite. From everywhere, they will attack us from open, middles, and syempre utility. So, I think the key factor na kailangan naming mas gandahan at mas magbigay tuon ng effort is the floor defense, and hopefully the counter-attacks will follow.
Well, aside from the skills, no, what did you learn? One thing that you learned from that previous conference that you can improve on coming into this conference?
I think one thing we've learned, everyone learned talaga na skills or talent can't win championship. It's really the hard work and the preparation you put into siguro the team also and into the season also para makuha nyo yung mga ina-achieve nyo.
Ito naman, Lai, mabilis na tanong. So pre-season interviews na ginawa natin, bukang bibig ng bawat koponan na ang target ay makasungkit na panalo sa Creamline Cool Smashers. Does that give you an additional motivation to perform your best for your squad?
Well, I think it's, syempre we look forward or we look for inspiration every season, every conference, kung paano kami may inspire to go to practices. So ito yung mga isa sa mga motivation namin para gumising ng maaga talaga and to prepare for all the games na nahaharapin namin this open conference.
Maraming salamat, Lai, at handang-handa kami sa inyong palaban na
Oh my
attitude.
God, thank you.
Excited.
Oh, mukhang excited
Good luck.
ang Cool Smashers.
Thank you,
Good luck. But speaking of the Cool Smashers naman, last game nila, another queen stood out, and we're talking about the Queen of Beauty and Might, none other than Michelle Gumabao.
Yeah, Michelle Gumabao, she's there for a reason, really. She's very stable, the experience that she can bring to the team, and she showed that in that game with 14 points. 14 points on attacks. Normally, blocking yan and service. But attacks, so obviously, she's improved also a lot in that aspect. So, I'm excited for the conference for Michelle Gumabao.
And we're seeing a more offensive and a really well-balanced Creamline Cool Smashers now. So it's quite exciting who would step up in this game today. And speaking of the Cool Smashers, they're quite ready to perform. Tulad nga sabi ni Eliza kanina, excited sa match na ito. And enough about the Cool Smashers naman, Noreen, because when we return, let's talk about the Motolite team only here at the PVL 2019. And we are back here at the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Engineers po, kasama pa din si Noreen Go. And Noreen, quite an exciting team to talk about always is the Motolite team. They're always hyped up when it comes to the preseason. But right now, it's so exciting how they will be performing in this upcoming conference.
Yeah, it's always exciting to watch a pretty young team. Their core is a very young team, and I'd like to say young coaches as well. So, it's exciting to see their progress throughout the conference.
And speaking of young coaches, we have the very young and charming coach, Gadi Okumo. Coach, welcome to the panel.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
Coach, I would start it off officially in the paper. You've switched roles with Coach Erpada. It's quite interesting, but I know that you guys have this partnership going on.
Yes.
Does the dynamic change with this positional change between you and Coach Air?
Thank you for asking that question. there's nothing strange. There's nothing new. We've had this thing at the back of our minds always when we've been working together, since we started working together. And it's just the best way to create a balance in the team as well. And we are all coaches, we are all head coaches, we are all working as a team. So as we said it the first time, and this is who we are, and this is what Motolite is all about. Yes.
Yeah, you know, Coach, we know that you're a pretty young team. I was going to ask you the same thing, but since you asked already. Anyway, you're a pretty young team, and we know that Myla Pablo is your veteran, so to speak.
Yes,
no?
yes.
How has she progressed health-wise, and coming to this conference, how do you think she'll perform together with the team to help with the maturity?
Myla is great. Everybody loved her. And I'm happy to be able to have an opportunity to coach her, because she's an understanding player. She was down with her back injury, but now she's ready to go. Yeah, so we will see a lot of her, and we know what we expect from her. Yeah, and I believe she'll help the team.
And that makes Motolite more exciting in this upcoming conference.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah,
speaking of excitement, how does Iris Tolenada quickly change your complexion as a team?
Iris brings in a lot of experience in the team. As you mentioned the first time, the team is full of young players, and both Myla and Iris bring in the experience that the team needs. And I hope with time she'll be able to blend in with the team and give us the best that she can give. But she's as well a very good player, interested, because she's been a champion, remember, so
Right.
yeah, we expect a lot from her. Thank
And
you.
with that, we would thank you, Coach Gotti, and we're greeting you a belated happy birthday, because you just
Thank you.
recently
Happy
celebrated
birthday,
your
Coach.
birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Coach Gotti, for joining us here today. And
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And speaking of the Motolite team, Noreen, let's quickly talk about this roster. Quite powerful, star-studded with young, gifted players. Talking about this team na puno ng pangmatagalan energy.
Yeah, well, we heard it straight from Coach Gotti, no, na Myla Pablo and Iris Tolenada, what they can bring to the team. So, aside from the young ones, Diana May Carlos, Estonero, Molde, and all these players, you know, with the entry of Tolenada and the experience of Pablo, they're hoping to perform better this conference.
And that's what we're expecting from this Motolite squad. Quite young, but very promising for everyone here at the PVL Open Conference. And speaking of the Open Conference, maaari nyo po kaming samahan dito mga kapamilya via Twitter by using our Twitter handle at ABS-CBN Sports and use the hashtag PVL2019. Nasa Instagram din po kami mga kapamilya. That's at ABS-CBN Sports on Instagram for our special features, art cards, and whatnot. And of course, kung may Instagram, may Twitter, may Facebook din po kami. Almost 1 million likes na po yan. Kaya like away na po tayo dyan. That's at Premier Volleyball League on Facebook. And you could also check us out through the #1 sports website of the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com. We have DJ Jimmy spinning for us on the sidelines, bringing his DJ mode on. At yan na po, sa aming pagbabalik, sisimulan na namin ang aksyon dito lamang sa PVL 2019.
Mr. Arlindo Eusebio. Second referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Let us welcome our starters from our defending champions, our Creamline Cool Smashers. Team captain is number 2, Alyssa Valdez. At number 5, Risa Sato. Wearing jersey number 7, Michelle Gumabaw. Number 10, Maria Paulina Soriano. Number 12, Julia Melissa Morado. Number 15, Jessica Margaret Galanza. Liberos, number 11, Kyla Atienza, and number 22, Melissa Gohi. Head coach, Mr. Anson Tai Bundit. Presenting our team from Motolite. At number 8, Myla Pablo. Number 9, Jesma Ramos. Number 10, Maria Lina Isabel Molde. Number 17, Fenella Risha Emnas. Number 18, Diana May Carlos. And number 19, Aisha Lane Ganaban. Liberos, number 7, Jelly Tempiatura and Tony Rose Ponce. Head coach, Mr. Godfrey Okumo. This is our fourth match.
And we are back here at the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. The Cool Smashers just fielded in their first 6 with Valdez, Sato, Gumabaw, Soriano, Morado, Galanza, and starting libero will be Atienza. On the other side of the court for Team Motolite, they have fielded in Carlos, Ramos, Pablo, Molde, Ganaban, Emnas, and Ponce. So a good sign for all Myla Pablo fans. He's in the court right now for Motolite. Pero syempre yung inaabangan natin, pinag-usapan natin kanina si Iris Tolenada, not yet in
Myla Pablo,
for Team
designated game
Motolite.
captain
Well, of
for
course,
Team
you know that
Motolite.
the coaches, they have game plans. Those who practice longer will normally start. So I'm sure Arista Tolenada, eventually,
for Team
we will see her.
Motolite, Fen Emnas.
Right now, the setter of Motolite serves. And Emnas getting an ace right
Scores
away
an ace.
for the Cool Smashers.
Yeah, easy does it. No, just a short serve, it drop, and she gets a point. Easy.
Service.
Emnas still serving. Straight to Galanza. Morado goes up to Valdez, picked up by
yeah.
Emnas. Pablo on the other side
Pablo
answers,
scores the
and
second
Pablo
point.
scoring the first point for
Yeah.
Team Motolite.
So we have to give credit to Emnas for a great dig there that started it all. And Pablo, well, everyone, you said it earlier, all the fans of Myla Pablo hoping that's a good
Serving
start
number
for this
17,
conference for their
Emnas.
leader.
First attack point coming from Team Motolite. Emnas,
Ball is out. Creamline
the
scores
serve
1.
goes straight to the antenna. Point goes back to the Cool Smashers. Now Morado, setter of
Julia Morado,
the Cool
serving
Smashers,
for
will be serving.
Yeah, if you can see the lineup of Creamline Cool Smashers, of the pretty much, the familiar names that we're used to hearing and watching. So very solid
Outside shot,
starting 6
Pablo.
for Creamline.
We're tied at
Pablo
2.
was quite under the ball in that last play. Point is still with the Cool Smashers.
Service. Morado.
Morado ulit ang magsaserve. Gia serves it straight. Emnas scrambling there with an underhand set. On the other side, Gia chooses Gumabaw, who has been
through the block.
explosive in their last match.
3,
Getting another point
serving
here
2.
for the Cool Smashers.
Yep, and taking something from that previous game, we mentioned 14 points for Michelle Gumabaw, being more offensive-minded.
Serving
We're
number
not saying that
12,
she
Morado.
wasn't. No,
Yeah.
she wasn't. But
Hindi lang tayo sanay
yeah, mas
na
defensive. We knew her as a blocker.
a great blocker.
Yeah.
Now Emnas on the other side goes to Myla again, tipping it over. Someone was there, Galanza. Nakabantay, blocked there. Ramos denying. Soriano twice there, but on the other side of the court, Valdez getting a score off the block.
Serving
And
2.
let's go to this report by Nina Alvia.
Sinj and Nareen, alam nyo ba na pumunta pa sa klase si Tots Carlos bago ang game na ito? Kahit
Service.
ang
Morado.
BVL ay isang pro league, she still fulfills the duties and responsibilities of a student athlete and more because she's also a part of the national
Ball
team.
out.
Bago inayos
+1
niya ang lahat
Motolite.
ng schedule niya for the coming months, she had to remember her priorities. Alam niya na she has to commit to Motolite at di rin niya pwedeng pabayaan ang
Designated
kanyang
team
academics.
captain,
But she was
Myla
able to find a
Pablo.
balance with all three and just focuses at the task at hand. And she has become the epitome of the belief that if you
And
put
she
your
ties
mind
the
and heart
set
into
at
every
4.
single thing you do, kaya mong ma-achieve ang lahat na ito.
At kitang-kita naman natin, buong-buo ang puso ni Tots Carlos dito
Service.
sa
Pablo.
Team Motolite. At while we had that report, palitan ng puntos ang dalawang koponan dito as Tots getting one over
Carlos
Michelle
reaches
Gumabaw in that
over.
last play.
Motolite
Yeah, you know that
up
report
by
of
1.
Nina is really the story of these athletes. Ever since they were in college, some of them, well, most of them, a lot of them, have
Serving
already
number 8,
graduated,
Myla
focusing on
Pablo.
work and sports. The students have to really go to school. That's really how amazing the journey of these athletes are. They really have to balance.
Balancing their commitments, not
Yeah.
just to their clubs, but of course to the country as well. Molde trying to get
Two-load
that one
cross.
through, but it
We're
doesn't
tied at
cross.
5.
Point goes back to the side of the Cool Smashers. We are now tied at 5 points. Both teams
Team captain, Eliza Valdez
getting
to serve.
5 points each. Eliza now serving, the two-time Open Conference first best outside spiker as Emnas on the other side goes to Molde. Emnas goes to Pablo, back row, tipping it over on the other side is Gia choosing Galanza off the hands of
Galanza
Pablo.
off the hand of Pablo.
And the point goes to the side of the
Creamline
Cool
at
Smashers.
the lead.
Tingnan natin ulit yun.
Yeah, you know, early on we can see already what Gia Morada is doing. Redistributing the ball so well, it'll keep their opponents guessing. Now Motolite has got to focus on their defense and try to figure out who they're going to block.
As you can see, Motolite quite scrambling on their side in terms of block.
Pablo,
Pero ito,
back row
no
attack.
scramble there.
We're
Pablo,
tied at
full
6.
power from the back row. This time, going through the hands of Pau Soriano. Let's look at that again. Inangat ni Emnas, Pablo full extension. Pagtupi, sigurado ang puntos.
Yeah.
Marama.
Oh, and ang maganda yung her
Motolite.
timing, her contact with the ball. Kita natin sa slow-mo talagang she got it in between, the ball in between her and the net, which is the ideal way of hitting.
Low fast set there to Gemma Galanza. Motolite having trouble
Miscommunication.
returning that ball. Point mapupunta
Creamline
sa
up by
Cool
1.
Smashers.
But sayang, no? Miscue there for Motolite because Emnas and Carlos are both there.
Soriano.
Well, you want that urgency,
Yeah.
the sense of urgency from your players, but you don't want them to be over-eager as well.
Yeah, and you want them to listen.
Carlos trying to get one through sa kabilang panik. Sasagot naman, Gumabaw off the hands of Molde.
Gumabaw off the block.
Veteran moves for the
First
veteran
technical
Michelle
timeout.
Gumabaw, and that
Creamline.
gives a 2-point advantage
6,
to the Cool
Motolite.
Smashers. Magbabalik po kami dito sa PBL. And now you're seeing Coach Apechat Kong Sawat preparing for his match right after this, because the backcourt Perla Spikers, we have Z Hervasio and Ana Gopico, will be facing for a rematch yung kanilang bronze battle noong reinforced conference na Pacific Town Army Lady Troopers. So Sue Roses, Nicole Chanzon, Ella De Jesus back in
End
her
of the
elevating
first
waist
technical
right there,
timeout.
right behind them. A lot of exciting comeback stories. Tulad nga sabi ni Tito Vico Halili nung nag-score kami, it's a comeback conference for a lot of things. Comeback ni Ella
Soriano.
sa spiking, comeback ni Ana Gopico, dito naman comeback ni Iris Tolenada.
Oh, and also,
Balls in.
it goes to show really the progress of the sport of the league. No? Parang you always want things to get better. We want it to improve. So many new changes, whether comebacks or not. You know, it, like we
Serving
just
number
try to give
10,
the best
Soriano.
entertainment possible.
And like a while ago, we had the Renaissance comeback of Manila Santos.
Oh yeah, Renaissance.
Pero parang almost ready for fighting
Sato,
for yun
over
kanina.
the
Pero ito,
block.
sa ating matchup na ito, 4 na puntos
10,
na
serving
ang
6.
abante ng Cool Smashers after that quick tip by Risa Sato. Quite a miscue. They're still effective for the Cool Smashers.
That reaction says it all.
Soriano.
Celebration coming from Risa. Pau Soriano on the serve. Former Adamson Lady Falcon. They go to Molde. Going cross court.
Good save.
Gemma there, denied by Ganaban and Carlos. Back row, Valdez picked up by Tang Ponce.
Valdez off the hand
no
of
one was there
Ponce.
to keep the ball
11,
alive
6.
for Team Motolite. This is inflated to a 5-point lead. Let's look at that Valdez wind up again.
And look at the way she twisted her body
Timeout. Motolite.
last minute.
And the triple block
Yeah.
wasn't effective to that, but let's go to the timeout of Coach Gadi Okumu.
Guys, our passing is not still good. They're putting us under pressure, okay? They sub once, they sub here. Then they change, they sub here. So what I would ask you guys is, everybody should be ready for those balls. That's one. 2, our defense is still not defined. When they block here, we push in. Square with the ball. Yeah? Don't go in and then slide on the side. Square with the ball. Right.
Positive reinforcements there coming from Coach Gadi, but we have here Kathy Bersola, doctor, future doctor rather. But yan naman ang binabalansa niyan, med school.
Still serving. Number 10.
Paglalaro.
Saka you
Soriano.
know, they're back in school. They started ata last Monday lang. So talagang hats off. When I see her
Back row
and she's still playing, hats
Pablo.
off.
May kwento pa nga sa akin
Serving
na
11.
after training daw, balik sa ospital dahil may surgery practical. So,
Grabe, no?
the balancing of
our players here is just impeccable. But right now,
Toss
speaking
Carlos,
of balancing
serving for
things here,
Motolite.
Motolite having trouble balancing the scoring prowess of Creamline as Carlos goes for her jump serve. On the other side, they go to Galanza through the blockers.
Galanza off the block.
And this
12,
goes back to a
77.
5-point advantage for the Cool Smashers.
You know what they're doing right now, no? That's right. It's just the basic volleyball. No, si Morado is just setting, distributing,
Michelle
everyone's getting an
Gumabao, serving
opportunity.
for the Cool
You see, they're not
Smashers.
parang over. They're really just being calm about it.
Nothing complex yet.
Yeah.
Plus
Very
one
simple,
for
but it's
Motolite.
effective. So, patuloy lang nilang ginagawa. Baba sa 4 ang abante dito ng Cool Smashers. Motolite trying to
Serving
make
number
a run
10,
here.
Isa
Catch
Molde.
up. Molde on the serve. The 2018 Collegiate Conference first best outside hitter. They go up to Valdez. Picked up there by Carlos. On the other side, Pablo will answer back.
Oh, good dig.
Tienza, excellent. There, Galanza now will answer. Fed chooses Carlos again, rolling it to the other side. Morado, pupuntahan si Galanza, denied. Long rally we're having here. Galanza on the second try. Over the blockers.
Galanza.
No check.
Ball is out.
Yeah, but that's a
Nine,
really smart set,
serving
no?
12.
Because the way Morado, look at how she set this. Like, it was so quick, but Galanza wasn't able to get their proper position. Di pa siya naka-atras ng tao.
Serving
Saka iisipin mo dun sa position, pwede niya bang isubo sa gitna.
Yeah.
3-point advantage for the Cool Smashers. Molde doesn't get that
3 point
serve
for the
through.
Cool Smashers.
3-point para sa
13,
Creamline.
39.
Well, that's one thing you don't want to see. You know, these errors by Motolite. Because if you're playing
Serving
the
number
defending
15,
champion
Gemma
of
Galanza.
conferences ago, you cannot just play your game or play their game. You have to step it up a bit. Not a bit. You have to really step
Step
it
a
up.
lot.
Yeah.
There'd be a violation call there
2
against
touches, called on
Ben
Emnas.
Emnas. Double
14,
contact.
serving
Let's look at
9.
that again. And Kumish, you would know this best.
Yeah, you can see, obviously, no, the arm hands
Serving
are
Galanza.
not square.
Balance, yeah.
Yeah, not square.
Galanza now still serving para sa Cool Smashers.
Plus one
This has
for
been a
Motolite.
pattern of this first set, Noreen. Makakakuha ng puntos na maganda after a long rally. Tapos parang napagod sa service, biglang bumibitaw.
Konting complacency when it comes to serving.
Ai Ganaban, serving
You can
for
see
Motolite.
all these the names with their respective awards.
The accolades are there,
Yeah.
quite present for everyone. Galanza there on the receive, inangat dito para kay Valdez. Valdez,
Down the
manipis on that
line,
down the
Valdez.
line hit.
15
And that
to 10.
gives a 5-point advantage for the Creamline team. And let's look at that again.
Yeah, she knew exactly where to put it, challenging the
Lisa
smaller
Sato,
blocker
serving
in
for
Ben Emnas.
Creamline.
Of course, the fans go wild every time Eliza hits that ball. Pablo sasagot sa kabila. Kumabaw, bantay sayado. Kabilang panig. Valdez, nahulugan
with a drop
si
shot.
Myla Pablo.
Second
And that gives a
technical
6-point
timeout.
advantage
16,
to the Cool
Creamline.
Smashers. And
10,
brings us to our
Motolite.
second technical timeout. Magbabalik po kami. Don't go away. Ito na ang mga fans ng Team Motolite. At syempre, yung mga may hawak ng pink placard na yan, ang mga kasabwat naman ng Cool Smashers na excited lagi dito sa loob ng arena. Even though it's a Wednesday, punong-puno or may laman ang ating arena, no?
Kung ang teams, they have dark and light colors, meron din ang fans ng
End of the
Creamline.
second technical
Today they're in
That's what I
white.
noticed as
Diba?
well.
Hindi sila in pink. I'm sure next game.
Pink naman. Pinag-uusapan
Oo.
talaga.
Pero-
Fair no dun sa team.
Pero meron mga
Serving
obviously,
number 5, Risa Sato.
don't follow.
Or baka, they didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Pero ito, Myla Pablo, pinalusutan.
Off the hand of
Si
Soriano.
Pao Soriano on that
11,
last play.
16.
That gives 1 point again to the Motolite team. This is down to a 5-point advantage for Creamline. As Fed Emnas will be
Serving
serving.
number 17,
for Team
Fen
Motolite.
Emnas.
Ben targets Atienza. Morado goes to the
Soriano
back
with
quick
the back quick.
and finding the
17
corner there
to
was
11.
Pao Soriano. Back to a 6-point advantage. Pero ito, kanina lang, they snatched their first win with their debut. Talking about
Gia
the
Morado
Choco Mucho
serving
Flying
for
Titans
Creamline.
you're seeing. Well, we saw Kat Tolentino and now Maddie Madayag.
Yeah,
Itong si Maddie, no, game face before the game, pero after the game,
happy na siya.
all smiles.
Saka bagay sa kanila the purple color.
Yeah, and the term Flying Titans, with their height
2 touches,
and
called on
their
Emnas.
jump.
18 to 11.
Yeah, but since yet another error there for Motolite, you know, that's what's been plaguing them here in the first set. Oh, they started out pretty
Service.
well, but
Morado.
these little errors keep piling up and piling up. So 7-point lead right now for the team.
Those freebies are unacceptable, of course, for Team Motolite as Valdez tips it over Pablo. They're on defense. Sa kabilang panig, Carlos trying to ask for a check there. Our referees
Ball
clarifying,
foul.
but ball is out,
19
no
to
check.
11.
Point still with the Cool Smashers. Cool Smashers up for an 8-point advantage. And looking at the den of the Cool Smashers, ang dami
Serving
pang
number
pwedeng
12,
pumasok.
Morado.
Obviously, we know the depth of this team.
They've solidified their bench, they've solidified their first six, and overall, they're quite a solid team as Atienza picks that ball on the other side. Kumabaw, tipping it over. Basang-basa na ni Myla. Free ball, bibigay ni Emnas. Sa kabilang panig naman, Morado pupunta kay Valdez. Still
Valdez hit the
unstoppable and
spot.
just finding the lines
20 to
for the
11.
previous hits.
There's so many options and everyone delivering for the Cool Smashers. Of course, Eliza Valdez at the hitting end of that rally.
Timeout.
This inflates to a
Motolite.
9-point advantage Noreen already. This signals Coach Golly to get another timeout. Let's listen in.
Our attacks, we don't execute well. Let's think of our spikes. The passing is working. The sets are good. The next thing is how do we kill these balls? Everywhere we hit, they're there. So let's try wipeout.
Third match for today at 6
Myla,
in the
try
evening
to
will be
go
between
out,
the
dots,
Bangkok
wipe out. We are not using our middles. Activate our middles. They have not spiked a single ball. So this is the time to go for them. And then blocking.
Let's avoid giving them easy chance balls. Shoot
Yes.
it to a corner and put pressure on them.
And then
Easy
block.
chance balls.
We push in. Block, block, block.
Reminders there coming from Coach Okumo. Quite specific about their serves, the little things, the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, and reminding the girls to
Serving
play
number
it
12,
smart.
Gia
Obviously, the
Morado.
defense of Creamline working. So what do you do? How do you outsmart the blockers? Check, hit it through the blockers.
It's like that last hit from Tots Carlos. Great save there from Valdez, but Creamline
Valdez tried
unable
to save it,
to
but
put
it's a
that ball
no-go.
through.
Motolite
Down to an
scores
8-point
12.
disadvantage for
20.
Motolite. Tignan natin ulit yun.
Yeah, but we gotta give 8 for effort, really.
Yung habol.
Oh,
Naabutan naman.
if she had more space,
Yeah.
probably naabutan talaga.
Serving
She
team
stopped
captain,
kasi
Myla
she was
Pablo.
close to hitting
Baka
the
pang
8.
football field dapat yung size ng court
Yeah.
natin pag ganun. Gumawo there off the block on the other side. Ramos picked up by Morado. Galanza tipping it to the other side. Free ball. On the other side, they choose Carlos from the opposite side, and it works
Off the block.
for Motolites.
13
Yeah, and
to
Coach
20.
Gotti had a point. No? He reminded Fed Emnas, we haven't used our middles. Not a single ball. Parang it makes their offense so predictable. So in
Sir.
that rally,
Pablo.
they were able to use one middle. At least they got to vary.
Just to scramble things up.
Yeah.
2 consecutive successful plays there. Let's see if they could make it 3 with Carlos again. Tipping it to the other side.
Carlos sees a
At
hole.
effective. Ang sunod-sunod na
14
puntos
to
dito
20.
ni Tots Carlos.
Timeout.
Let's look at that
Creamline.
again. The wind-up, making it look like it's a power hit, but tipping it to the other side. This brings to a 6-point advantage for Creamline. Trims down, and let's listen in to Coach Ty's timeout.
รีทีฟอาร์มเซตโชเดอร์สตอง
Hey, hey, now one stop tayo. So let's go. Let's get 1 point. Isa lang, isa sa atin. Let's go. Happy.
May pinlay, yan ang laging sinasabi ni Coach Ty, which means no problem if you translate it. And
Hakuna Matata.
yeah,
Japanese. In Thai.
Ty, and that's very clear. Walang problema pa.
Serving
6
team
points pa naman.
captain,
Comfortable
Myla
pa.
Pablo.
para sa Creamline. Galanza there. On the receive, they go to Gumabaw,
Off the
adding
block.
more muscle to that
Gumabaw.
hit.
21-14.
Yeah, but you know, if you're Motolite, you should be happy. The blockers were there. You know, the challenge, you start from there. You cannot
Team
give them
captain,
open
Eliza
look,
Valdez,
challenge
to
them, and eventually you try to get your timing.
Started with some baby steps first, pero ito,
Corner
service
pocket.
ace for
22-14.
the former best server of the UAAP, 3-time best server, Liza Valdez.
Even of the PBL, right?
Even of the PBL.
Service.
Well,
Valdez.
the SBL before.
SBL,
Because
yeah.
we don't have that service accolade anymore. They go up. Pablo from the back row.
Ball is out.
No check, no go.
23-14.
Ball is out. This inflates again to a 9-point advantage para sa Cool Smashers.
Serving
Well, if
number
you're
2,
Motolite right now,
Eliza Valdez.
faced with this huge lead, no? I think you just gotta go back to basic. No, really focus on 1 point at a time to hopefully trim the lead, get some momentum going for
Gumabaw
the
off
next
the hand
set.
of Emnas.
That's what they were doing earlier.
Creamline now
However, Creamline
at
is just
set point
unstoppable,
advantage.
freezing them at the moment. As we see this Gumabaw hit from the opposite side, full extension.
Serving.
Nas unable to
Valdez.
handle that.
Yeah.
Eliza again on the serve. Ben goes up to Carlos off the hands of the blockers. Morado. Inangat ngayon ni Atienza papunta kay Gumabaw off the hands of the blockers. Sa kabilang panig hahabulin. Inangat para kay Molde. Denied there by Soriano and Gumabaw. Molde on the second try. It doesn't cross.
Hit the net.
That
Creamline
gives
takes
set
the
number
first
1
set.
to the Creamline Cool Smashers.
25-14.
Yeah, pretty comfortable first set for the Cool Smashers. If you're Motolite, focus on the second set, try to make a match out of it.
And that's what we want to see. And all the other Motolite fans want to see, that extended volleyball action that Motolite always promises. But right now, Creamline snatches set number 1 at magbabalik po kami dito sa PVL 2019.